Hey guys, how's it going? Blackboy here. Today, I want to do a deep dive into uh, one of these AI music platforms. The one I'm going to be looking at today is called Suno. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. All right, so what is Suno? Like I said, Suno is a music AI platform that allows you to make music of any type of genre in with computers, or you know, it's a AI form of making music, which is really quite interesting in today's day and age. With the advancement of technology, AI is getting really advanced, and it does help out with a lot of people in their jobs in doing things like in doing their jobs, or helping them do tasks in their jobs. But is AI something that we should be using in arts, or in this term, music? It can help out and it can produce a lot of good music. I, for one, have, what was it? I think it was last year, I found this band called Frostbite Org Kings, which is a completely AI band, and I really like them. However, are there any moral complications when it comes to AI? Because in order for AI to make good music, you have to train it. And in order to train it, you pretty much have to put information in, and it looks at that and it divulges it, it studies it, and then it goes off of that and makes its own thing. Now, there are a lot of questions about AI music. And of course, there are some lawsuits happening about AI and whether or not certain companies, I think actually Suno for one, certain companies taking certain music to train their AI to make music infringes on copyright. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Let me take a quick sip of water. So, anyways, always wanting to be in up-to-date stuff, I decided let's take a look at Suno. It has a couple of features that I want to take advantage of and deep dive into them with you guys. So before we actually get cracking on that, let me go ahead and make 30, 15-second little blurb of music with Greenie and my Aristides. So let's go ahead and do that now. So give me a brief moment. I'll take care of that, and then we will be right back. Hey guys, while I am sitting here recording and coming up with just a short track, I just want to say that I've looked at my metrics and not a whole lot of people who watch these videos are actually subscribed. I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me get to 500 subscribers. It would really help me out. That is my goal, to try to reach 500 subscribers by the ending of the year. Also, like I said before, and I have said it many times before, if you have any suggestions or comments, or just want to see me do a couple of cool things that you come up with, just go ahead and put those down in the comment section down below. I do read all of my comments. Once again, if you like the stuff that I do, please click the subscribe button, turn on the notifications so that way you are notified whenever I come up with new videos and post them here on YouTube. I try to post new videos on the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. All right, anyways, let's get back into this deep dive of Suno. All right, guys, so I've done recording that little clip that I want to use. I also decided to go take a quick shower and change my clothes. But anyways, here we are. As you guys can see, I am at the Suno slash explore .com page, but it's just pretty much one of the side It's not the main page of Suno, but I just liked how this looked. So, anyways, this is the Suno Music AI. And today, like I said before, we're trying to figure out whether or not if this is a good thing or a bad thing for musicians. More along the lines of, underground or upcoming musicians who are trying to get their music out into the world and who are trying to make a name for themselves. So, what we're going to do is I have 6 questions here on my phone, and I wrote them down so I don't forget them. The first question is Suno good, bad, or indifferent for musicians? Well, that question, that's the main question, but we can't really answer that right now because that's going to be something that we're going to have to answer after we go through and look at Suno. So that's the main question is Suno good, bad, or indifferent for musicians? So how are we figure that out? Well, let's go ahead and dive through Suno and we will look at my second question, which is pretty much how much does Suno cost? Now, Suno does have a free version, and then there are some paid versions. So let me see, where is that? Suno is designed to help people make music. You don't need any music music experience or instrument experience. Whether or not you just are a shower singer or a chart topping artist. So, like I said right here, we got the free plan, the pro plan, and the premium plan. And of course, $0 a month, $8 a month, $24 a month. So right now I am paying for this one right here, the pro plan. But let's look at the free plan and see what it comes with, and then we'll go through all the other plans. So access to version 3.5 comes with 50 credits renewed daily, which means you can make 10 songs a day. So, that's about 5 credits a song. 5 credits a song, yeah. You have no commercial use. So, see, right there, X'd out, so you can't do that. Standard features only. Upload up to 1 minute of audio, which we'll look at that later. Share creation queue, and you unfortunately have ads. No add-on credit purchase. Oh, you can't add on credits. As you guys can see right here, I have 2,060 credits. And as we know, credits are how you make songs. So right here, the pro plan comes with everything in the free plan. And of course, the premium plan comes with everything in the pro plan. But it's access to the latest and most advanced 4.5 plus model, 25,000 credits, up to 500 songs refresh monthly. So that's another issue right there. You get 25,000 credits a month, whereas with the free plan, it's 50 credits a day. Commercial usage rights for songs made while subscribed. So that means you're able to use them, in videos or commercials or whatever. Standard and pro features, like we talked about, personas and advanced editing. We'll look at those in a bit. Split songs into up to 12 vocal and instrumental stems, which means you can get stems from this. That's really, really legit. Upload up to 8 minutes of audio. Once again, we'll talk about that. Add new vocal or instruments in editing songs. Early access to new features. Ability to purchase add-on credits. And priority queue up to 10 songs at once. And then, of course, the premium plan, access to the latest 4.5 model, 10,000 credits up to 20,000, up to 2,000 songs refresh monthly. Then we got the commercial usage rights, standard and pro features, split songs up to 12 vocal and instrument stems, upload up to 8 minutes of audio, add new vocal instruments to existing songs, early access to new features, abilities to purchase add-on credits, and priority queue up to 10 minutes. So pretty much the only difference between the premium and pro, from what I see, is this right here, just the how many credits you get a month. Everything else looks exactly the same. So, with the free plan, and that's something I have used a bit, it's really good. I mean, for getting your feet wet and just like not fully diving in, but wading your way in, this free plan is something that's really good. And like I said, right now I'm using the pro plan, which costs me $8 a month, but you can pay for them yearly. Oh, right. So the monthly plan is 0, 10, and 30. With the yearly plan, you save 20%, or pretty much $2, or at 0, 8, and 24. So that is how much it costs. And like I said, you can see all the features that it comes with. So moving on to our next question, which is question number 3, which is pretty much the basics of this whole thing, is how does Suno work? Well, first of all, let's go here to create. So there are 2 main ways to create a song. You have simple and custom. Now, simple is just very simple. You write a description of your song and inspiration. Now, as you guys can see here, we have solo guitar, loud drums, jazz, K-pop, house, dubstep, Latin, dynamic bass, doom slow metal, So, and as you guys can see here, so it's very simple for a simple song. As you can also see, we have instrumental, we can add audio, and we can add lyrics. So let's just start off with a simple one. So for a simple song in song description, let's just say B-roll for a YouTube. All right, we're going to keep it an instrumental. We're not going to add lyrics. And then inspiration, let's just go with, let's go with K-pop. Oh, as you can see, it puts it there. House, K-pop house, and dubstep. All right, and then we hit create. Now, remember, I said I have 2,060 credits. Now, when you hit create, it normally generates 2 versions of a song. So we hit create, as you can see, it's working. And then over here, as you guys can see right there, it's working on 2 new songs. Now, this may take a while. Right off the bat, you guys can see my library right here of songs that I've made, because, I've done this a little bit, trying to get a feel for this. As you guys can see right here, this Hourglass version 4.5 is 2 minutes and 45 seconds. This one is 3 minutes and 12 seconds. These ones don't have times yet because it's still in the process of creating it. And as you guys can see, it just spat out some generic title, B-roll for YouTube video. I'm going to give this a little bit. I'll play a little bit of a section, but I will also leave a link to this so that way you guys can listen to all of these. And I actually might use these as B-roll if they sound good. So, but before we do that, you see this one's 1 minute and 50 seconds. So let's go over here. As you can see, we have an edit, a publish, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, and download. But if we hit the 3 little dots right here, you guys can see it pulls up a whole slew of things. If we click on it too, boom, here we go. This brings up a nice in-depth feature of what the song has. And as you guys can see, it actually gave us maybe some lyrics. Yeah, looks like lyrics. Okay, maybe I didn't hit instrumental. But like I said, we have remix and edit, so we can go to, open up, open in editor, cover, extend, you know, use style and lyrics, adjust speed, crop, and replay section. Under the create, we have a make persona, remaster version 4.5, remaster version 4, radio song. We have get stems, which is pretty self-explanatory. Add to queue, add to playlist, move to workspace, publish, which is how you make your songs, so everyone can see. Song details, visual and permissions, allow comments, allow remixes, pin the profile, share, and download, report, and move to trash. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and listen to this really quickly.
This song goes out to all the B-roll out there, all the cutaways,
and as you can see right here,
all the in-betweens,
this is the
the
lyrics.
supporting characters. I see you. B-roll for a YouTube video. For a YouTube video. For a YouTube video.
We'll just go to the end right here.
Your drone is flying through the air, soaring above the trees. And I know that I should care about the vista, but I just wanna see.
All right. So that was that one. So now you're probably wondering, how do we go back to the other ones? Well, right here, you just click your library and boom, they all pop up. So that was that one. Let's give this one a briefly listen to, maybe like 30 seconds worth.
This song goes out to all the B-roll out there, all the cutaways, all the in-betweens, the supporting characters. I see you. B-roll for a YouTube video. B-roll for a YouTube video. B-roll for.
So that's how you make a simple song. So the custom version lets you go a little bit more deeper in the song making process. Once again, we start off with the lyrics. Auto write lyrics. So if you wanted it to create its own lyrics, you could just type in some. First of all, you could write something, right? And you could just be all like, once again, YouTube B-roll, right? And then you can have it make its own songs by line or full song. If we were to click full song, YouTube B-roll, and there's two different styles of writing lyrics. Okay, we got the Rima, which is our newest, most creative model, may generate content that sounds often offensive, so that's good. And then classic, so follows the prompt closely and takes fewer risks. So let's just go with that. Write lyrics, and then it should, as you guys can see right here, generate two sets of lyrics that we can pick and choose from. Boom, right there. Now this time, I'm going to make sure we do a instrumental, so I'm just going to click this option for now, and as you can see, it posts it all in here. So, but if I were to click this button right here, instrumental, that goes away. So now we can go to enter style, and here I can click one of these, techno, dance rhythm. What else do they have here? Synthwaves. All right, we got that. Advanced options. Advanced options. We click this, and as you guys can see, we have the witness. Turn it up for wild, results, and style influence. Turn it up to match your style description. So let's turn up the style description a little bit. Let's go to 75. Can I get some? Boom, 75. More options. allows you to select song title, be a YouTube video, B-roll, and then
Let's click
so
edit
that's
here.
that. So now we hit create once again,
Will
and
this
once
bring me
again
back
it
to the
should
edit
spit out
session I was
or
just in?
2 more songs. Yeah, we got this
Yes,
one,
it does. Okay,
right?
that's not what I was looking for.
and so,
Back to
so
library.
Let's go ahead and listen to it.
YouTube video.
Sorry, that's the one we cropped it. So we'll just wait. But while we were waiting,
Song details.
let's
So
actually go
this
back
is
to
what I
this
was looking
one.
for.
Song details are where you can edit the picture. You can edit the name of the title. You can add a caption, a summary. Replace the image, add an image, edit display lyrics. So let's say we want to change this. Boom, boom, and more options. Allow comments, allow remixes. Yeah, I'll turn that on. And then, add an image, add a video. So if you wanted to add a video, upload videos that do not follow our policies will be removed. Here are the file requirements, blah, 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 blah. You want to add an image, same thing. Images that do not follow our policies will be removed. And here's that. Or you can prompt an AI generated image. Oh, did it say that about the video? No. Now, it's also very important to make sure that when you're doing this, that you don't have more than one thing going at a time. So, as you can see, it didn't quite show up here, but I'm pretty sure that's because I got a couple of things going on. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to close it out here. Create. Ooh. So, as you guys can see, this is working on the B-roll, some new stuff, which is really good. Now, once this is done, I want to show you guys, and this is where it really kicks in, right? The add audio, the add persona, and the add inspo, whatever that is. Those are features that really, really kick up this music writing process. But as for how does it work, all this stuff that we've done so far, you get on just the free version. So the version that you don't have to pay for, the one that allows you to upload to make 10 songs a day. This is everything you get except for this advanced option right here. That's not part of it. But yeah, everything else, the simple, the custom, the write the styles, instrumental or writing the lyrics, all that stuff is stuff that comes in the free version. But as you guys can see right here, the 2 B-rolls that it sped out with, because it took a little bit longer, we can see how long they are. They are 4 minutes and 28 seconds and 3 minutes and 56 seconds. That's another thing I forgot to mention is with the free version, I think it'll only create songs that are like 6 minutes long. And with the paid version, it's up to 8 minutes, or maybe it's 4 and 6. I can't remember. But real quickly, let's go ahead and listen to both of these really quickly. See how well it came up to this epic atmospheric electronic deep sub bass techno Roland T8 808 metalcore deathcore new metal. Nice. Go ahead and tap forward. Okay. Let's check out this one. Oh, I love the chop. Now, if we click on this, or it's over here, but if we click on this, you can see here, right? It's just this. Unlike the other ones we had where it showed all the other stuff, it's just this right here. So we're going to go here, go back to the library. Now, or actually, I'm sorry, we're going to go back to create. Now, like I said, this is something I wanted to show you. This is on the paid version. Let's go to, what do I want to do? I want to keep it as an instrumental, add audio. So you have the option to upload or record. Now, this is one of the good things I really like, and this is where is this a good, bad, or intermediate thing? This is where it leans kind of into intermediate because this is a good and a bad thing. So if we go to upload, like I said, I can upload that song I wrote. Okay, so boom, I clipped it. So now what we can do is we can either cover, extend, or save to library. Save to the library, we can use it later. We extend, we can make it longer, or we can cover the audio in any style. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to click cover. So this brings in the audio. Okay. So we got the audio there. You know what? Let's try some lyrics. So let's have it write us a full song, and we're gonna go to the more risque version. And in the description, let's just say what would be something that's I got, there we go, laughing at my own pain. And we're just going to click right, see what that comes up with. This one's longer. Actually, I like that. Audio influence. Let's just keep it right there at 50%. And it's remixed. No, we'll do cover first. Do cover first, and then we'll extend and reuse. Okay, so here we go. We'll click the remix, which is the same thing as create. All right, so let's go ahead and let's listen to the first thing. Okay. Let's listen to the second one. Okay, so first off, something that I want to point out is because right before I hit remix, I flip-flop back and forth on whether or not I wanted to do the extend or the cover. Because I actually clicked the extend, it got rid of the lyrics. So that's why there were no lyrics. And yeah, were no lyrics, just instrumentals. So, yeah. But So there's that. So, and as you guys can see right here, I have the original one that I uploaded. Now, we have under the Create tab, we have something that's, added persona. Now, what a persona is you upload some songs, you upload some songs that you like, and you use that to create a new song. So it makes it in that genre, that style, that form. As you guys can see right here, I have ACBB, which some of you guys know is my old band and came back brutal. And I uploaded most of our songs in here to see how this persona thing comes out. So if I were to click this, now you see it's got the ACBB in there. And once again, and as you guys can see here, when you have a persona, you have a style, and the style is written in here of everything you want. It's just like, boom, a preset. That's exactly what a persona is. It's a preset. Now for this, once again, I'm going to use this to make lyrics. And for this, we're just going to say, if I can spell, missing my old band. And we're going to still use the risque lyrics. Boom. Let it go. So now we have two versions of the lyrics, like we stated before. This one has a verse, a chorus, a second verse, and a chorus. Verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Okay, so let's just go with this one. Now, as you can see, boom, it's right here, right? But let's say I wanted to add something to these lyrics. Well, you just come in here, boom, follow the trend, boom. Okay, so with that being done, okay, these days are gone and they're never coming back. Outro. So now we got the chorus, right? We got the style. I don't know why. Okay, we're going to have this be 50%. Style influence. We're going to bring that back up to, you know what? Let's keep everything at 50. Missing my old band. Yep. So now you understand what a persona is. It's a preset. And boom, look at that. It's coming up. So that is a very in-depth, which is just scratching the surface onto how this works. We got my workspace, which is all the stuff that I've created right here. And it's moving quite along. So that leads us to our next question is, how does this compare on the computer versus the phone? Well, simply the computer or the phone is a real scaled down version of this. Okay, the computer, you get all the bells and whistles and things like that. On the phone, you get the Explore tab, which doesn't even look like this. This is the Explore tab on the computer. You can click something like this. It'll pop up. Now, on the phone, the Explore tab looks like this, and you can slide up. You can slide up or down, and things like that. So you have the Explore tab, which is actually the home page. Then you have your library, where my library looks like this right here. This is what the library looks like on the computer. This is what it looks like on the phone. So the library tab is pretty much the same thing, except for, like I said, you don't have the edit, the publish, and all this. All these are underneath the three dots. After that, you have the Create tab. And the Create tab, compared to this one, right? You don't get to upload audio. You don't get the persona. You don't get the ISO. You get the simple, the custom. You get what version you're on. Oh, I completely forgot about that. If I wanted to switch versions, it's right here. You know, the versions tell you, you know, got a little description of the versions, but you get the versions. Um, my credit score, my credits right here are up here, as you guys can see. And then all we get is we get the lyrics, we get the style, we do get the advanced options, but they're in a little drop down menu. Oh, well, yeah, they're in a drop down menu here. And then we get the title. Then you get your profile page, which this is my profile page here. And this is what it is on the phone. Now, this profile page here is a lot more in depth, got a lot more going on, just because it's the computer. But yeah, that's pretty much the difference, you know, between the phone and the computer, which honestly is something that I expect. It's something that I don't really knock. I'm not really knocking the phone for, because, you know, the phone is for more, oh, I got an idea. Let's boom, boom, boom. So, yeah. So the next question is how to make a song, which I think I pretty much answered in depth when I went over my third question, which is, you know, how does it work? Like I said, I think I went over how to make a song pretty in depth when I went over, you know, how does it work. That being said, let's quickly listen to these two songs, see what it came up with the persona. And as you guys can see right here, you know, I got the persona ACBB. So let's listen really quickly. A little power.
When you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, think of all the hard times we spent together. Just like that, they disappear.
All right, let's check out one. And as you guys can see, when you have something new, a little purple dot.
When you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, think of all the times we.
So that's those songs made out of persona. Let's go ahead and, or well, that being said, okay, my next question is, what you can do with one of your songs, cover, expanded, remaster. Now, oh, get stems, right? So, I liked. So let's say I wanted to get, what was it, this one? No, let's say I wanted to use this one right here. I wanted to get this song and use it as the B-roll footage for this video right here. Well, it's very simple, right? We can go here and we can go to download. Now, I'm going to want this as a WAV file, which is something you have to be a pro or higher member. And as you can see, preparing your download, you know, and then when this is done, we can download the files. This is, oh, there you go. Very simple. Boom, download, good to go. It's just that simple to get WAV files as well. So let's say I wanted this song right here, how good it feels, the persona version. Let's say I wanted to get this as stems. Well, I just come here, click get stems. Now, as you can see, you know, detect all stems, vocal or instrumentals, you know, and you can see there's a difference in cost, 50 for the more in-depth and 10 for just the vocal plus instrumental. So we're going to get all stems. And as you can see, it goes through and it gives you two versions of them, of the stems. Why? I don't know. Maybe I guess just the way how it goes about detecting stems. But you just go through this, and they come in a WAV file, and then you just download them. And these stems work in, well, I have Reaper, and they work in Reaper. I know that for sure. But they do work in a whole lot of DAWs. Pretty much any major DAW you have, it will work in. So that is extremely good. Now, while these stems are being downloaded, it's time to go back to my first question, because that's pretty much the rundown of Suno. Now, my first question, the major question was, is this good, bad, or indifferent for new and upcoming artists? Well, I'm really on the fence because this is 50-50. First off, AI is a big new industry, new form of technology coming up, and AI is getting its hands into everything. Now, when it comes as far as to making making songs, have I done a video? I don't think I've done a video on this band in particular, but I know I have talked about them. There is a band called Frostbit Orking, which is a completely AI band. I like them. I think they're really cool. I only have one of their albums, but full-length albums, but they're really good. As you guys can see right here, the WAV files are done. Like I said, it gives you two versions. Why, I don't know why, but you see we got lead vocals, backing vocals, drums, bass, guitar, synth, and other. I'm just going to download all. Preparing your downloads. This may take a while. I feel like if people are using this to do the bulk load, to make music, just this is the only way how you're making music, and you're just going to do this and put it out, I feel like that is a kind of a bad thing, and that's a hindrance. Not saying that if you don't have any musical talent, if you don't know how to play an instrument, it's bad for you. I just think in the grand scheme, if everyone is doing this, it ultimately could be a bad thing. But if you're using this as kind of like a helpful writing mechanic, and not to be like your crutch, but like if you get stuck on a part and you're like, oh, I don't know what to come up with next, and so you just come here and you upload what you got, or if you're having like writer's block and you type in your lyrics and you're like, hey, finish this up for me, if you use this as like a way to guide yourself, as a way to kind of sort of think outside of the box, I think this could be a real helpful thing. We all get writer's block. We all struggle from time to time. And this, if you're using this in a way to help you in coordination with what you're already doing, I really do like this. Now, but like I said, it's not that I feel like people who solely use this just to make music those are the bad things. No, that's not it. It's just I'm really on the fence with this 50-50, leaning more towards this is a good thing than anything else, because I do know there are a lot of people out there who love music, who wish they could make music, but just aren't musically inclined. But if they're really smart and they know how to use AI, then they can do this. And with this song right here, How Good It Feels, the Persona, it's called a Persona, and it's remixed because I did this song like 7 times. Okay, there are 7 different versions of this song, which, each time you do it means there's 2. So 7 times like 2 is 14, but there's a lot more than that, trust me. But, you take a song, you upload what you want, you upload what you came up with, and then you remix it, and then every time you remix it or give it a different style, you can redefine stuff, take elements out, put elements in, and eventually it gets to what you want. And if you're doing that, and like I said, for those people who aren't really musically inclined, that's putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort, and I really do like that. So, okay, let me just double check to make sure. Yeah. So when you get stems, it comes in a zip file. I'm not so sure if you can see this on my screen capture, but it comes in a zip file, and then just downloading the song regular, just in a single waveform. But that's Suno. That's this form of AI music making, pretty much in a brief nutshell. I know this video is going to be super long. All the songs that I've made on Suno for this video, I will have it in a playlist, and I'll just name it Suno YouTube video. Feel free to, if you're on Suno, feel free to, check out my profile. Feel free to, come on now. Feel free to check out my profile, Black Boy in a band. Listen to some of my songs that I've, messed around with, tried to, just get a feel for. I made them public so you guys can listen to. If you made it this far, guys, might as well just hit that subscribe button down bottom. Hit the like button. I am really grateful for everyone who watches all my videos and who leaves comments. You guys don't know how much it means to me. I'm so grateful, so thankful. Unfortunately, this month has been really busy for me, which is why I haven't made a video in about a month. Luckily, the last thing that's coming up in this month is my parents' anniversary. So, getting ready to do all that stuff for my parents, and then I'm back on the grind. But like I said, I'm sorry. This month has just been very hectic between work, family issues, and things like that. But once again, I'd just like to thank you all for coming in, stopping by, leaving comments, watching videos. If you guys just, you guys are the best. And I really appreciate it, guys. Once again, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the ending of the year. You guys wouldn't mind helping me out, sharing my videos, telling people just to subscribe. I do this all by myself, shoot videos, record, and while working a full-time job, which takes up a lot of my time because I do work in the travel industry, so I do have to travel. But I love you guys all. Thank you for everything. Until next time, guys, I'm Black Boy in a Band. Keep practicing, and honestly, let me know what you guys think about AI-generated music.